Dear Dr. Ratner, thank you very much to accept this interview. And it's a very pleasure for us. You are like a rock star of biomaterial for us, and it's very amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you continue to go to conference and continue to do research. So, can you introduce a little bit yourself? Like, who are you and how did you get there?
Yes. So, the name is Buddy Ratner, and I did a PhD thesis starting in 1967. Was anybody born in 1967 here? No. In 1967, I started my PhD thesis on a brand new substance called a hydrogel. It had just been reported for the first time in the literature just a few years before. And when I got my PhD, there were some programs starting in that, but there were very few people who had experience, and I had the experience. So I came to the University of Washington to work with Professor Alan Hoffman, who is here, too, at this meeting. He's 15 years my senior, so it's pretty amazing he's still participating in these meetings. But I came to work for Alan Hoffman, and it was a very rich group, rich environment. I found it a wonderfully interesting community, very tiny community then. In 1974, I went to my first biomaterials meeting at Clemson University, which had maybe 100 attendees, the precursor to the Society for Biomaterials meetings. But to think 100 people in the whole country, back the whole U.S. anyway, back then, was pretty small. So. Again, I found it a wonderful field, kept on pursuing it. It's an area for research. I did get into some other areas of research, such as surface science, but there was a very nice interface between surface science and biomaterials. So those two communities sustained me, kept me going till now, and I'm still excited about science and biomaterials and surface phenomena. Yeah.
That's cool. How have you seen the WBC meeting changing during years? Because we are in the 10th WBC, so the first was 4 years ago. It changed a lot, I think. How have you seen this meeting changing, and what role have the conference for you in terms of information, ideas, and collaboration? What do you think?
So we look back to the first World Biomaterials Congress. We're talking the year 1980 in a city called Baden, which is just outside of Vienna. Well known for, better known for Mozart. It's a place where he hung out more than biomaterials. But we had the first World Congress there, and at that time I was just getting involved with the U.S. Society for Biomaterials, and I had my first official role in there. I was local arrangements chairman for the U.S. Society, and of course the meeting was in Europe. And so I really had not much to do as local arrangements chairman. But I did do a number of coordination with the members of our own society. But, to tell everybody about airfares, about opportunities, about hotels, literally we had to mail literature to everybody. There was no internet. There was no email. We literally had to put things into an envelope, put a stamp on it and send it off into the mail. It was the only way to do that, and then wait, maybe weeks to get back another envelope with a stamp on it with some details in it. So it was a very, very different way. As you could imagine, we had to do that with 4,000 people. It would be incredibly difficult. So maybe the rise of the internet and email and social media have made meetings of this size possible, but also we've seen the growth of the community. That first World Congress had, I would say, definitely under 200 people, maybe 150 people. I met many people there that I know to this day. I established a lot of friendships. I think the wonderful this community has a very excellent spirit, friendship, and I think a lot of that was established by some of the pioneers back in that first World Congress, which I think mostly had participants from Europe, Japan, and the United States. I think it was, we called it a World Congress, but there really wasn't that much biomaterials research worldwide.
How many people was there at the first biomaterials?
Under 200, maybe 150 is my guess. Yeah.
So you've seen biomaterial research in its infancy. What direction do you think that is the most exciting in biomaterial, and what is the next future of biomaterial?
Those are very good questions. And as the editor of this textbook, The Biomaterial Science, which is now in its third edition, we're already talking about a fourth edition. And so somebody came over to me and said, why don't we have a chapter on immunoengineering? And I said, well, the word didn't exist when we put the textbook together. And somebody else, it was another area that somebody wanted a chapter on, again, didn't exist. But so many things on neural prostheses, on use of scaffolds and biomaterials in cancer research. Again, this whole field called immunoengineering didn't exist. And think about where it might be going. What impact will CRISPR-Cas9 have on biomaterials in the future, where we can precision edit biological systems to explore various aspects of biointeraction and such. Again, CRISPR-Cas9 was not a dream in anybody's mind when that third edition came out, and here it's already so important in biology. So the rapid, one of the interesting things about biomaterials is how it as a field is it's so wildly interdisciplinary. It embraces whatever it needs and brings it in and uses it. And so that's how we probably got into cancer research and all sorts of other research that, again, we couldn't envision. So the exciting thing about the field is the growth, the ability to embrace and subsume new ideas. And I think it will, continue to be that way because we're not confined by a discipline. We have a mission. I think the mission, is very much around human health and improving human health. And we will take whatever tools we need as engineers and as researchers. We will embrace whatever tools we need. And as new tools are invented, might be super high resolution microscopy or all these new things. As they happen, we will take them in. I have somebody coming to my lab to work on graphene. I was thinking that nobody knew graphene when we came out with the third edition. Yeah.
If you could be any biomaterial, which one would you like to be, and why?
I think I'd like to be a tissue-engineered construct called a human, for its interesting complexity and precision use of biology. That's the biomaterial. It's tissue-engineered biomaterial.
Yeah, very good answer. Which WBC is your favorite?
Which
WBC was your favorite? Could it be Montreal 2016?
Could be. No, I think I have enjoyed every single one of these World Biomaterials Congresses because they bring together our community, and it's an international community. It's not a local community, so I get to see friends from all over the world. And 4 years is an interesting interval. There's some people I see every 4 years, and they get a little grayer, maybe. But it's nice. I had a get-together last night in a local bar with 17 people that were in my group in past history. And, some of them have risen to important positions in companies. Others are in the FDA. Some of them have academic roles. But to see this all 17 together and introduce people from different generations. So you were in my group in the 80s, and you were in my group in the 90s. They never met before, so it's so much fun to get them together. But I think we all have a common history, and the World Biomaterials Congress provides the opportunity to do that.
Nice. So thank you very much, Mr. Ratner. It was very pleasure to interview you, and I hope that you will continue to enjoy the
Good.
conference.
And I'm looking forward to Glasgow in 4 more years. Yeah. Okay. Good.